What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 10th episode of Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elaina. This one's titled The Two Teachers. And I'm assuming that is Fran and Sheila. We just got introduced to Sheila recently in episode 8. And now I assume they're going to have some form of connection. I don't know how. Maybe they're going to be meeting at some point. Maybe they already have a past history. I mean, if they were trained together, it's likely they would have run into each other beforehand. Yeah, I'm sure there's a history there that we're exploring, or we're having new interactions with them that Elaina is going to be privy to. Anyway, last time out, also, sorry this is a day late, but Saturdays are just that busy for me at this point, especially now that I'm trying to do picture-in-picture versions, which is a mistake almost, at least for my work schedule. So, last time out was a very, very weird episode. Like, here's the thing. Now that I've had time to think back on it and rewatch it and interpret it different, knowing what I'm going into, the more I realize this is not what this show's strong point is. Like, this show is much better, and I think is more well-versed in light-hearted exploration and heartwarming moments that the story provides. I don't think the darker side of the stories are as good as the light side, and that might be a personal preference of mine, being more preferential to light-hearted stuff than darker and sad stuff. But that's not because I just don't like dark, sad stuff. I mean, look behind me, like, these are sad stories on the wall. Those are the free shows / movies that have managed to make me tear up and cry. So it's not like I don't appreciate the sad stuff. I just don't think this is doing it in a way, because they're episodic. Here's where I think it is. Like, Violet Evergarden did the episodic thing really, really well because it was still the personal journey of Violet. The personal journey of Elaina, at least in this anime adaptation, isn't really there. It's kind of confusing what her journey and growth as a character really is, because it does feel like we're going back in time and then forward in time and then going back again. It doesn't feel coherent. And I think that's my main issue with it, is that where did this... Because I don't believe this entire show has been in chronological order. Like, I understand episode 1, that made perfect sense. But I feel like the rest of these stories, I don't know what order they actually happened in for Elaina. And as a result, I feel like her interactions and the way she communicates with characters, the way she interacts with different scenarios presented for her, that's why they feel a little off and sometimes inconsistent. Because it doesn't feel like she's learnt anything from previous episodes when she's making similar mistakes that she probably should have learnt from already. That's my general understanding of it. I'm still enjoying the show greatly. I'm still enjoying it. I'm glad they tried to go darker stories to mix it up a little bit. But I just don't think it hits as well as it did. The last episode only really managed it because we're talking about a kid, right? Like, we're murdering a kid. Well, is it? Yeah, it's murder. I was about to say, is that murder? It's like, even if it's for revenge and for justice, it's still a murder. And because of that, and the sound design and the visual nature of the killing, essentially, that's what really elevated it and made it have that heavy impact. I don't think the actual... Like, the characters were okay. I can't really fault them, but I wouldn't say they were stand out. It just lacks something. I don't really know how to describe it. There's just something missing with the dark, heavy stuff on this show. I don't know whether it's Elaina or if it's... I don't know if it's a show overall. I can't pinpoint exactly what's throwing me from the dark stuff from making me truly enjoy it and appreciate it and say it's really well done. There's just something missing, and maybe you guys might have a bit of a better understanding of what it is now that we've had a week to process this episode. So let me know in the comments if you have any further thoughts on that. Anyway, we're going to get into this week's episode, where I'm assuming we're dealing with Fran and Sheila. It would make sense, and if so, yay, because I missed Fran. I really did. So yeah, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? As per usual, these are time-based format reactions. Bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the time for the episode. I'll count you down, 3, 2, 1, play. On play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we will be in sync. We will watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since that's who's licensed it this season. Kadokawa logo to start, and then the Funimation logo. About 10 seconds of logos for those keeping track. You can, I'll call them out as they go past to help you sync up, and you can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scenes are transitioning. I've messed with my lighting setup a little bit, but hopefully that should still work just as well. I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things with my camera and my lighting setup and my entire recording setup. It's a mess. Hopefully when I get the new computer, I can then take it up a gear, so hopefully we will just keep improving our quality as time goes on. Anyway, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode. In 3, 2, 1, play. Kadokawa and Funimation, cheers to that. Here we go. It does. Oh god, what was your name? Sire. Okay. And that's just showing off. Konnor, it's the town of freedom. Have we been to the town of freedom? Okay. Okay. You're gonna bump into Fran on vacation, I'm guessing. Do not open the box. What is it, Pandora's box? Oh, they just don't know. Mm-hmm. And OP time. Alright. Wonder if she's ever going to find the realization of DK potentially being her mother. Wonder if they're going to cover that or not. Guess we'll see. The two teachers. Yep, here we go. Yes, it's called a holiday. Yeah. Just leaves. Love it. Whoa. Okay. Of course. Okay. Holy shit. I love it. Mm-hmm. More than just nose. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. She'd be crushing hard on Elaina. Oh, are we getting backstory now? Backstory? Please? Nice, okay. Who's your teacher? Oh, alright, Nikkei, of course. And this was how introduced Sheila, I'm guessing? Oh boy. Oof. Like the hats just squished together, I like it. Oof. Sure. Oh, that's just rude. That's really rude. Of course, of course. Uh, love it. Hmm. Hmm. That's a tough choice, actually. Oh, that's a really tough choice. I think I'm gonna lean meat. If it's beef, yeah, I'm gonna lean beef. How's that? What's in between fish and meat? Bread. Oh, I love it. It's gonna be earth magic. Or just take a break. Ever compromising. Okay. At least it's something they can all appreciate. Punch. A bow, okay. Knives, of course. Okay then. Like, okay, that's the priority, sure. Love it. Just having the time of our life, I love it. Mm-hmm. Aha. And this is how it. I love how obnoxious her lighting is. Oh. Mm, that is true. That is true. Actual good lesson. Though they're goddamn everywhere. it doesn't matter. How much is it? Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Oof. Oof. It's probably not that easy. Mysterious tools? Enchanted equipment, essentially. Pistols? Interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. The student's gonna do it. Mm-hmm. Force them to work together. I love this music. Oh, Christ. Yeah. I feel sorry for this guy. He's just like, I just want the town to be safe. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay. Uh, and he's gone. uh, I love it. Aww. Consistencies with the turning things into butterflies, though. I like it. Yeah. No boy. Well, Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure we are. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, everyone here is on her side. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is where Sheila steps in, probably. Oh, Sheila was captured as well, okay. Says you. Mm-hmm. Oh, they've got a plan. Alright, knives. Oh boy. Sort of. Oh, nice. Oof, I love her. Knives. Gotta love it. Yep. Oh shit. Nice. Oh, trivial. Not even doing anything. Gotta love it. And there's the box. Okay. That's linking it all back. I did wonder how the box was going to play into any of this. Oh boy. You don't get to monologue right now. Just shut up. You say that. Okay. Aha. Yeah. Didn't have anyone to tell her. Mm-hmm. Well, most people. Okay. That's very interesting, actually. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. So were you as well, though. They actually have something in common for once. No, you won't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Of course. And that attitude got sent down to Elaina, the Ashen Witch, the ashen color hair. Yes. All these subtle engine noise in her. What's actually in the box, I wonder? Fulan, Shielen, okay, sure, okay. And now she's here. And they're gonna be there, so maybe she'll run into them. And that's it. Alright. Good episode. That was really nice to have a backstory on Sheila and Fran. That was really rather nice. Like, we didn't have Elaina at all through any of that, which is honestly surprising. I'm surprised it worked as well as it did. actually works much better. Because, like, normally when you take out your main title character out of an episode and don't really have them involved, you run the risk of, like... You run the risk of it being a bit odd, but no, that just felt completely natural to have those two develop like that. So, good on them, good on them. I wonder if we are going to run into... Like, again, you don't really know what time each of these events are happening. It's hard to keep track of. So I don't know if Elaina is going to end up... Because in theory, all 4 of these characters are going there. Sheila and Fran are going there to catch up with Saya, who's delivering the box there, and Elaina is going there as well. So all 4 of them are converging in the same town. With 2 episodes to go? 2 episodes to go. So if they're going to build for one final larger story, this is going to be it, right? So maybe the 4 of them are going to take on the next wave of the Curio Company or whatever. Because they said, oh, I'm sure they'll be back at some point. What if all 4 of them are coming together to take them out this time? Just saying. Or, hang on, instead of Fran and Sheila being the 2 apprentices that go in to take them down, under advisement from their teacher Nikke, how about Elaina and Saya working together to take down the Curio Company for their teachers, Fran and Sheila? I wonder if they can do that parallel, because that'd be fun. I don't think they're going to try and pull a sad story here now. I don't know if they're going to ever reveal if Nikke is the mother or not. It's very, very heavily implied, to the point of where, if it wasn't, I think that would be a bigger shock than if it was. But, yeah. For a backstory episode, very nice. Weird that it came in episode 10, but they didn't introduce Sheila till episode 8, so it makes sense. And yeah, I do wonder if they are building towards a bigger storyline here for the finale. I don't really know how they're going to end this show, because, I mean, in theory, Elena's just going to keep traveling, right? So, there isn't really a concrete end. I just wonder if it's going to be a bigger story to end on, that way it feels more like a finale type thing. Also wonder what shows this season are going to get announced as Season 2s, because I don't think any so far have had confirmed Season 2s, have they? I haven't actually been paying attention, to be honest. So I haven't seen any Season 2 announcements. Usually they come with the end of the last episode, or a couple of weeks after, during an event or something. So, I don't think so far we've had any announcements. Obviously, other than Moriarty the Patriot, which is a split core show with part 2 coming in spring next year, but I don't really consider that as a announcement, because that came out very beginning of the show almost. But yeah, enjoyable episode. Less to really talk about comparatively. It was just a nice backstory episode. I do wonder what's in the box, because surely that box is now relevant. And I wonder who they're delivering... Wait, hang on. Go back to the beginning of the episode here. Yeah, she's taking it up to the Town of Freedom. Deliver the box, yeah. Right, we're delivering the box to the United Magic Association branch. Why do I feel like the new Curio Company or whatever, if they're renaming, I don't know, but why do I get the feeling they're going to try and want that box back now that they know it's coming back? Why do I feel like that's part of the plan? That's why I feel like this is definitely gearing up for a story that's extending beyond just this episode, because they made a deal of linking the box back. They're taking the box back to where it was after she initially forgot it. Now she remembers it, she's going to go check up on it. So we know at least Saya, Sheila, and Fran are all going to be there. It would just make sense for Elaina to be on her way there at a similar time now, just to actually have your main character involved in that plotline, so... Yeah, I would not be surprised if next episode we're dealing with the Curio Company again, or whoever wants whatever's in this box. Because they said they don't know what's in the box, and they didn't open it just because in case it's dangerous. I'm going to guess it's some other form of artifact or something that, like the ones they were using, like the guns that, like the sword that never breaks, the guns that don't run out of bullets, things like that. I get the feeling it's going to be another artifact like that, but something quite significant in that regard. But I guess we'll wait and see. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as per usual. Leave a like if you did. It helps grow the channel. As do your comments, what you think of the show. Let me know your thoughts on if you think there's going to be a recurring storyline here. And also the thing I asked at the beginning of the show of your thoughts on how the darker side of the show has been portrayed so far. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the full 2020 that you can find on my channel. Very close to finishing up here as we rapidly approach Christmas and the end of the year. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.